Want to reach your dream IIM? GradeUp brings to you Padho Azadi Se sale. Flat 40% off and extra 31% off on all MBA courses. Grab the offer now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to GradeUp. Welcome to your new YouTube series, Kickoff CAT 2021. We're going to have a structured way of preparing for CAT 2021. We'll give you glimpses of our courses in our YouTube classes. Today we're going to look at vocabulary through usage rather than cramming. That means there's no need to sit and learn words by heart. Learn vocabulary comfortably. Find out how do you learn it through usage. That is what our endeavor is, to get you started off on your vocabulary preparation. Alright, often you ask me a month before CAT, ma'am, how do you improve my vocabulary? Vocabulary is something you acquire. In the process of reading, you acquire it. So it's something that for words to become a permanent part of your memory, it has to be slow and it has to be right. The process has to be right. And that's what we're going to look at today. Alright, and before we start learning vocabulary through usage rather than cramming, you all know about GradeUp Super. It's a super subscription which gives you access to all the courses that we have in the MBA category. You will not get a better advantage for this. Now, often students are confused. Do I take the short-term course? Do I take the long-term course? Do I take the test series? Separately, do I take the mock test? Now, what the GradeUp Super does is it gives you everything in one platform. With one subscription, you get access to all the courses, all the MBA courses, CAT, non-CAT, long-term, short-term, test series. Not just these, all the structured live courses and mock tests. And what do I mean by structured live course is every course has a syllabus and a particular pattern. We have class 3 is not, lesson 3 does not happen before lesson 1 in the course. So you do it systematically so that every possible question that a CAT question setter can ask you will be given to you. Alright, so we have the subscription for varying degrees of time. You have a 3-month subscription, 6-month subscription, 18-month subscription. Please go to the website, download the GradeUp app, go to the website, find out what you need to do to find out more about the subscription course. And I would strongly advise you to, of course, subscribe to the course. Alright, as you know, GradeUp, in addition to its courses, which are highly recommended, we have a free series on GradeUp app and we have a free YouTube series too. The free series on GradeUp app for CAT 2020 is on, for CAT 2021 is also on. If you are a CAT 2021 student, it will be good if you really went through some of the fundamentals that we are doing in CAT 2021. If you are a 2020 student, I would highly recommend the ABC series, Getting into IIM ABC, that Vijay Jha takes at 10 p.m. So you have to be a night bird to attend that session. Master DI taken by Pranav Pant. Then you have decoding different types of RC questions by my colleague Sanojam. So you attend these classes so that you get that extra little bit of tips and tricks and strategies to ace CAT. We have a whole lot. Of course, today we have kicked off the YouTube series on Kickoff CAT 2021, and you all will be having a vocabulary class as part of that series. We have a CAT 2020 retakers batch going on now for people who have decided the last minute that I need some coaching, I need some help in my preparation for CAT. We also have, of course, our regular comprehensive batches for CAT 2020. But if you're interested in CAT 2021, this is the time to start your preparations. We have a course ongoing now, the comprehensive course for CAT 2021. All right. We also have coming up special course for non-CAT exams. As you know, there are a lot of non-CAT exams. Xavier's aptitude test, IIFT holds its own test, NMIMS holds its own test, Symbiosis has its own test. So, and these question papers, while the fundamentals are the same as those that are tested in CAT, obviously the strategy would be different. XAT has a special section on decision making. So we will be teaching you all that in our special course for non-CAT exams. All right? Okay. You are being guided in this your dream to get into the top IIMs by our team, which Vijay Jha has declared is the best in the industry, and I have no reason to doubt him. Vikas Dahiya, Jatin Agarwal, Vijay Jha, Ashish Tiwari, Sanojam and Pranav Pant. I am Savitri Krishnamurthy. I and Sanojam will be handling your VARC classes. All right. So both of us have a lot of experience in VARC. That maths team is formidable. I can tell you, the best in the industry are sitting there. Vijay Jha, if there is a test to be taken, he takes it and gets a 99.9 plus percentile in it. And then he tells us, you need to design a course to help students to get that. All right, so this is what actually is happening with GradeUp. We are being kept really busy to make sure that you get into your dream law schools. It is if you are a smart student, you're going to take full use. You're going to make full use of this fantastic team of faculty to help you get through your dream. All right. So let us look at some commonly used words and their meanings, and we'll understand the meaning of the words through its use in a sentence. All right. Just give me a second. All right. So I'm going to show you a sentence where a word has been used. Understand the meaning of the word, understand the function the word is doing in that sentence, and then try to guess its meaning. That is the way you understand a word. Remember it. When we do roots, I'll tell you how to again understand meaning through roots. All right. Hello Gautam. Hello Prasanna. All right. So we're going to look at some commonly used words, and we're going to look at their meanings, and then we're going to do some practice sessions to see whether use of a word in a sentence, the context in which it is used, helps you understand the meaning or not. All right, so let us start with the first word of the day. The council is finally doing something to amend the archaic law and make it more suitable to the present situation. What is the meaning of archaic? The council is finally doing something to amend the archaic law and make it more suitable to the present situation. What is the meaning of archaic? Do you think they want to change the law, all right, and make it suitable to the present situation? So archaic means something that is outdated, something that is not useful. So you want to make it up to date. Can you come up with another A word which means the same thing as archaic? Do you know another word starting with A which also means outdated, out of fashion, not fit for the present times? It starts with A. Yes, obsolete is one meaning, but do you know another? Obsolete is correct, outdated is correct. Do you know another word starting with A? No. Have you heard of this? All right, antique, and from antique, Aishwari, it becomes antiquated. Antique is an artifact, something which belongs to which was made, or which is of the past, a relic of the past, which has old thing. Literally, that's what it means, which has great value. That's why we call it antique. So when something is out of date, we say the law is antiquated. Antiquated is the exact synonym or meaning of archaic. Both words are asked quite often. Okay. Of the China nahi hoga. The bellicose attitude of China has forced India to prepare its armed forces for war? Yeah, antique piece is an old and valuable piece. So from there you get antiquated, which means outdated. The bellicose attitude of China, bellicose. Okay, Prasanna says it's C. Anyone else? C. All right. No, bellicose. All right. Bellum in Greek meant war. So bellicose, any word which starts with bell actually means war-like or aggressive. Now, do you know another word sounding similar to bellicose? No, it's not deceptive. It is warlike. If you're warlike, then you are aggressive. All right. I totally agree with you that China is deceptive. The Chinese premier hugged Modi and then stabbed him in the back by sending forces to the northeast. But that's not the point. Okay, they are a deceptive lot, true. But here bellicose means aggressive. All right. Do you know any other word? Perfect. Okay, along with bellicose, you have another word which is belligerent. Okay, that is why war, laws pertaining to war are called laws of belligerency. And the people, the countries which are engaged in war are called belligerents. All right, so peacetime laws are different than belligerency laws. And person who, let's suppose India and China have a war, then both of them will be called belligerents. Each side is called a belligerent because it's involved in a war. But let's say you talk to me very aggressively. I said, I was scared. The student was pretty belligerent in the way he demanded something. You understand? So belligerent can be used for an attitude. It can be used to mean literally a person at war with another. All right, deceptive means somebody who tricks you, somebody who deceives you. All right. The charismatic actor was adored by the press, fans, and friends alike. The charismatic actor was adored by, yes, belligerent means aggressive, right, Dheeraj? Charismatic means, okay, can you give me another word for charismatic, another meaning? Appealingly attractive, yeah, good. What are the other words that you can think? So these are called clusters, okay? So what is the other word you would use for charismatic? One who has charisma, all right? Yeah, that's the number I wanted, 96 500 52904. That's the number you should be calling if you're interested in, you should be interested in Grade Up Super. Charming, the other word is, yes, perfect, shiny, it is charming. Any other word? Magnetic personality. All right, charming, compellingly, somebody who's compellingly attractive. You cannot not be charmed by that person is called charismatic. All right, fascinating, charming, magnetic. All right, all those are synonyms of charismatic. So once you know a word, next start forming word clusters and say what other word is close to charismatic. And you say magnetic, fascinating, charming, all would come under charismatic. Epitome is the essence of a particular. So somebody who's the best personification of something is called the epitome. Suppose somebody is very, very graceful. You need not be charismatic. Okay, she is the epitome of beauty. Means she's the best representative of beauty. So epitome meaning is a little different from charismatic. Charismatic is somebody who just you find totally attractive and fascinating and you can't draw yourself away from that person. All right. And it's normally used for a person. He has charisma, so he's called charismatic. All right. That is different. Yes. Epitome is different. Epitome of grace, epitome. All right. The best example, the model of perfection. All right. The normally bustling city had a bleak and desolate look during the lockdown. What do you think is the meaning of desolate? Ashish wants to know how to improve your advanced and high level words. One is through the best, the most pleasurable way, of course, is to read, Ashish. But you can also use word, they call them word decks. You can use vocabulary books. But for CAT, what happens is we tell students that reading is best because you're also improving your reading comprehension, your reading speed, and also developing your vocabulary. But otherwise, there are a lot of vocabulary books, there are a lot of vocabulary games, there are a lot of quizzes. Grade Up itself, I wish I had the time. I don't have the time. Get up in the morning and I look at all the notifications on the Grade Up app. I want to do all those quizzes. Every day I know that they put up one word, the Hindu, learn your vocabulary through the Hindu. And I know there are always these vocab quizzes that they're putting up. Try this quiz, test yourself. That's one of the best ways, because we learn more when you take a quiz, question answers, you start doing that and then go back and check your answers. So that kind of reinforces the meaning of the word in your vocabulary, right? So that was one of the things I would do, Ashish. All right, so the first one is bleak and desolate look. The first meaning of bleak as it is used here. So every word, the meaning is not fixed. In many cases, a word can have different meanings based on its use in a particular sentence. In one case, like here, the normally bustling city had a bleak and desolate look. Desolate means empty, right? Yes, Ashish, definitely. All right. Any newspaper would have their words for, and we have in Grade Up itself too many quizzes. The other one, if you say she felt desolate after her friend left the company, or somebody moved out of your city, your best friend is in the city, you're having a lot of fun, suddenly he's transferred to another city or he moves to another place, then how do you feel? You feel kind of desolate. What is the meaning of that, desolate? I mean, in a general sense it would mean empty, but you don't say empty. What is that meaning of desolate? That would mean lonely. Feeling sad and lonely is also desolate. So do not go to dark and desolate places in the evening. It is not safe. There it means empty. Feeling desolate means feeling sad and lonely. All right. So small, desolated house, empty house, nobody stays there. Desolated area, nobody stays there. So there's a difference in the way it is used. Yes, it means sad and lonely. Excellent. All right. The controversy arose due to an erroneous interpretation of the law by the agency. What? Perfect. So the cluster words would be abandoned, secluded, empty, vacant, all for the first use. The second one is lonely, sad. All right. Okay, the meaning of erroneous, error, errata, err, all are from the roots. The root word is the same. So erroneous means mistake. Now some students say bias. Well, the mistake was made. The interpretation was wrong. Why was it wrong? Maybe because the person who interpreted it was biased. Maybe bias is a reason for an erroneous interpretation. But erroneous itself means mistaken, incorrect, wrong. That is the meaning. All right, that's the meaning of erroneous. All right. Okay, if you notice, we did the words in alphabetical order, A, B, C, D, E. Now let's just put this into context, okay? Let us just look at some sentences where there is a blank and you need to fill in the blank with a word, okay? I'll obviously explain the meaning of the word to you, but generally, how is your usage and knowledge of use, how words are used? Do you know how perfectly words are used is tested in fill in the blanks. So any vocabulary class I do, I try to give you some fill in the blanks. So 6. Ashish, there is no particular book that has like reading comprehension questions, but I would ask you to read editorials of newspapers, magazines, articles. Editorials of newspaper is the best thing to do. Yeah, that and blogs. You're interested in politics, read that. You're interested in other things. So there is no particular book or magazine that I can tell you. Well, there are lots of magazines there. I mean, India Today, Outlook, Caravan, all these are very good. But I would, for a international publication, I would read The Economist. All right. So that is something you can read. All right. In only despair. Okay, what is the meaning of horror? Shock, anger, hurt, right? Sudden feeling would be horror. All right. It could stand for disgust. It could stand for fear. So I want to get a motorbike means the parents are horrified. Yaar, two-wheeler hai aajkal. So it could be horror. Okay. It could be despair. In a week, Ashish, you will become an expert. You will know it. But yeah, generally I would tell people to improve English. You have to read a lot of English. So read English newspapers, Hindu, Times of India, Indian Express, aapki marzi, any one of the books. If you have more time than that, watch news programs in English, the analysis of the program. Joy nahi hoga because threw up their hands. When you do this, throwing up your hands literally and figuratively means a negative thing. All right, that is why. Today, yes, Shayani. Today, for the weekend batch, you're a member, you're a student of the weekend batch. Then yes, there is a live class on RC at 3:30. A workshop, all the concepts put together. Yeah. All right, horror and despair because you're throwing up their hands. So figuratively, you throw up your hands only in a negative situation. That is why, otherwise it could be all three, I agree. All right, so 1 and 3. Okay, all of you okay with that? Yes, despair means losing hope totally. All right, I have actually put together a good set of passages. I'm very excited to start that class next. All right, next one. Now, even if this hadn't been this, the ED is not there, what would you do? Rajya Sabha TV is very good, Ashish. Weekly program analysis will give you a lot of knowledge and a lot of good argumentative techniques you will get. Only 3. Harness. What is the meaning of harness? See, warrant means justification. So if I say warranted, it means justified. To prove that something is right. Even in its use, it is wrong. Harness means to utilize. So there is a need to harness, to exploit, to use skills. We harness solar power. We harness wind power, utilize it, exploit it. Therefore, the answer that you want is C. Excellent. Many of you got that. Jovial means jolly. All right. I hope you'll call me a jovial person. All right. I'm not. But I'm very happy. I don't know. I'm a split personality when it comes to IPL. Sometimes I like Dhoni a lot. He's one of my favorites. So whichever team he is, I support them. But I like the Mumbai Indians also. I like Rohit Sharma also. So the beginning of the match, I feel sorry for one person. Then I feel sorry for the other person. So, okay. 7. Harness means to utilize. You harness energy. You harness something. Excellent. 8. Jovial is friendly. Yeah, perfect. Jolly, jovial, friendly. I'll tell you more words for it. All right. I'll tell you more words for jovial. If we move from jovial to friendly, we have a lot more words. So put those in your cluster. All right. Question 8. Assassin nahi, assassination. See, I have not proved it well. या फर्स्ट ऑप्शन आउटस्कर्ट्स भी होगा, आउटलाइन ऑफ न्यू दिल्ली नहीं होगा, बॉर्डर या सबर्ब्स ऑफ न्यू दिल्ली हो सकता है. फर्स्ट all right guys, can you see me now? There was a slight issue. For a second the power went. Can you see me now? Is it still buffering, or can you see me now? Yes, audible, excellent. All right, so can you see the question? So first option, lot of them, there was the power went for a few seconds. I have the UPS which kicks in immediately, but I don't know why there's a slight disconnect and I have to refresh the session. So in that 2-3 seconds it goes and it comes. All right, so one, all of you are clear? All right, next one. Now these are words with two blanks, right? Just like 8 also was words with 2 blanks. Then you have to make sure both of them fit and the sentence can be is meaningful. All right, so the internet is a medium where users have nearly unbalanced choices nahi hoga, embarrassing choices nahi hoga, unlimited choices make sense, and minimal bahut kam. What is the meaning of constraint? Restrictions. So it gives you unlimited choice and minimum restrictions. Therefore, people love it. All right? Okay. There are some words here. We'll discuss all of them, but tell me the meaning for, tell me the options for C, and I will do all the words after that. The US provided strong and dash support to India during its current border crisis with China, which is engaged in ruthlessly or increasingly, or what is it? So two options are close, right? Option elimination helps a lot. In fact, you either select an option, but the selection is through eliminations. Strong and unambiguous, increasingly aggressive, or strong and substantial with ruthlessly aggressive. Which one fits better? Oh geez. Which one fits better? Ruthlessly means cruelly. All right, with no, but here we are aggressive itself is an adjective, so you want an adverb there. So increasingly aggressive behavior works better. Now what does congruence mean? Consistent support is fine, but successively aggressive behavior. Consistent means no, the same, uniform, consistency, and from there comes consistently, so that is fine. Ruthlessly aggressive behavior, it's a country. Ruthless means cruelly aggressive behavior, right? So we normally use he murdered the person ruthlessly, very, very cruelly, then you use that word. But here when we're talking of China and India, you just have to see which one fits better. Do we say ruthlessly aggressive itself is enough? So you say, okay, that one. Congruous is either harmonious or logical. Harmony, when these things are congruous to each other, congruent to each other means fitting perfectly. All right. Unremitting, no let up. All right. Okay, now this is slightly hard. Look at the words and think of the meaning and tell me. Take some time. Okay. isolate Indians and derive from indigenous. Why would they isolate Indians? Indigenous means native, local. All right. Terrorize, oppressed. Why would they say increase resources derived from oppressed population? The scheme to terrorize India, why would they justify? All right. So would it be inoculate or safeguard, and which one? The second one. Read. Here he is talking of virus. Therefore, inoculate Indians. Yes, we have to spend a lot of money to them, but we have a stake. There is a reason why we are trying to keep this huge population healthy and virus free. Okay, so abundant is the word. The word indigenous is a good word there. Indigenous means native. Do not confuse it with another word called indigent, which means poor. This and this have nothing. All right. So indigent means poor, indigenous means local, native, belonging to a particular area. All right. So next time what we'll do, we'll increase the number of vocabulary words and then increase the number of, increase the difficulty level of the fill in the blanks. All right. So the point is not what words you learnt today. The point is, I hope you've understood the way you go about learning it. Read the sentence, guess the meaning of the word in the context of the sentence, then look up a dictionary. That is number one. Second, once you have the meaning of the word, think of all the words which you know which are synonymous with this particular word, and think of that is called the word cluster. Oppressed means somebody who's put down with force, somebody who's treated badly. All right, that is the oppressed masses, people who are put down through ill treatment and through tyranny. Okay, that is oppression and oppressed. Oppression means cruelty in putting down people, not letting people voice their opinion. YouTube mocks we cannot take, we will only have short classes, Ashish, but in the course we are doing mocks and mocks analysis. All right, in the actual course in CAT, we have lot of mocks and mocks analysis. YouTube may, because it's only a half an hour class, that's the general length of the class, very difficult, and you have to first take the mock and then we have to do it, right? So instead we can have this like this, 10-12 questions, उसी को mock समझिए, उसका analysis करेंगे, right? Very difficult to do it on YouTube, Ashish, but in the course, yes. If you join the course, you know that we have mocks, we have regular mocks, we have analysis of these mocks. Unfettered, right, Shiny, you are asking? Unlettered, illiterate, that is not a very good word for, but illiterate, जो पढ़ नहीं पाएंगे, they are called unlettered. Illiterate, people who can't read. Okay. All right, short and sweet class. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, make sure you press the like button. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and download the GradeUp app, the latest version, so that you get all the notifications of our free classes, of our upcoming courses, and look at which one suits you best and join it. If you're confused and you feel all of them suit you, take GradeUp Super. All right, we are doing that, Ashish. We are doing that on a regular basis. We are doing that, but obviously it cannot be. Our course that we do in our CAT course in GradeUp is detailed, really detailed, but on YouTube we at least try to keep you engaged with different types of questions that are asked in CAT, right? All right, the point of the YouTube class is to keep you engaged. It's not so much on, but I think we are covering a pretty good part of the syllabus too. All right, okay, I will see you very soon in another class. All right, I have a class coming up very soon. See you all there too. All right, so make sure if you like the class, please press the like button, subscribe to our video and share the video with others. You watch the video of inferences and did you like it? Ashish, I hope you found it useful. All right? Okay. See you. Take care, all of you. Bye-bye.